Good afternoon and welcome to this session of Parent University where we'll be discussing the Stop Out Solutions rollout in Rio Rancho Public Schools. My name is Wyndham Kemsley. I am the Communications Director for Rio Rancho Public Schools, and today I am joined by some wonderful folks from STOPit Solutions, as well as a few members of our Safety and Security Department. Before we get going, I just want to run through a few short housekeeping items. This is, of course, being live streamed to our YouTube channel, and we have the ability to answer questions today. So if you have questions as the presentation is going forward, please feel free to enter them into that chat box. We'll keep an eye on that and then answer questions towards the end of the presentation, excuse me. If you are watching this after the live stream has concluded, we do have an option for you to submit questions via email. Please utilize the email address communications@rrps.net. And we'll be sure to get you those questions, or the answers to your questions rather. Please keep the discussions and questions directed towards the topic at hand. It helps us manage the chat a little bit and answer the questions that are coming in regarding the presentation today. With that, I think I'll pass it over to our wonderful STOPit Solutions representatives. So take it away, please.
Okay, thank you so much, Wyndham. My name is Kelly Romanovich, and I am the head of student engagement for STOPit Solutions. And I'm here with three of my team members today, and we're just so grateful to be spending the time with you. In just a little bit about me before we get started is I've been working and partnering with school districts for about the last 20 years in the areas of special education, literacy, mental wellness, and as well as school safety. I'm super passionate about what we do here at STOPit Solutions, just really personally aligned with our mission. I struggled a lot as a teenager and was never one of those kids who was just going to raise my hand and ask for help or walk into somebody's office at the school and share a concern. So kind of a full circle moment here working for STOPit, knowing that we've created such a safe space not only for students, but also for whole school communities to be able to do exactly that. And with that, and we'll get into more detail on how that all works during the presentation, I'm going to introduce you to another one of our team members here, Mariana.
Thanks, Kelly. Hi, everyone. Thanks so much for making time today to either join us live or to watch it later. I am a mom of a soon-to-be 13-year-old, so I know that I have to catch up on live streams sometimes after in the wee hours of the night. We are really, really grateful for your time. We appreciate this opportunity to partner with you to help keep kids safe in our community. I come to this work for personal reasons too. Like Kelly mentioned, my professional roles have been therapeutic background supporting children and families. But my personal connection to this work is very much around the fact that my family were immigrants to this country, and we had a hard time kind of figuring things out, especially in the beginning. And what I love about STOPit as a company is that we really give opportunity for kids to voice if they're having a hard time and to reach out and get that support. We have so many wonderful avenues in our schools and in our district to make sure that we, the adults, are rallying around the students. And so we're really grateful to join you in that work. Let's see, I'm passing the baton to Nish. Would you like to join the conversation?
Absolutely. Thank you, Mariana. Hello, everyone. My name is Nish Fernandez. I am a customer experience manager here at STOPit Solutions. I've been here about 2 years, and just like Kelly and Mariana, the purpose of STOPit Solutions really resonates with me because just like Kelly, as a kid, I really did need support. But with me, I didn't know how to get that support. I didn't know that I could actually go up to an administrator and ask them for help that I needed. So because of that, I didn't get the help I needed and therefore suffered silently a lot. So seeing the way STOPit has impacted the world, it really gives me that purpose. And with that, passing it on to Annie Martinez.
Excuse me. Hi, everyone. I'm Annie Martinez. I get to be a VP of Partner Success here at STOPit Solutions. And mostly because my passion about building relationships to ensure that our services and our products, they effectively meet the needs of our partners and their communities. So with doing the job, this mission is really deeply personal to me, as I was part of a community that was deeply affected by a tragedy related to mental health issues in Sandy Hook. So it's not just the job, we have a commitment here in building connectedness, safety, and wellness, and not just in your schools, but in the communities around them. So again, echoing what everybody on the team said here, we're deeply honored and we're so proud that we get to deliver this work. Over to you. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. And our team will be on for the whole call. And so, as Wyndham said, when we start to answer questions at the end, certainly anybody from our STOPit team can jump in and best answer any of your questions or concerns that you might have. And we are going to begin and let you know a little bit about us at STOPit Solutions. For those of you who are not familiar, STOPit was founded in 2013 with a vision to give everyone a voice to help stop individuals from inflicting pain on themselves or others. We work with about 8,000 schools nationwide, serving about 5 million students. And we provide a suite of school safety solutions, including our anonymous reporting system, which we are best known for, and also what we are here to talk with you about today. We are a mission-driven company, and we use, simply put, we use technology to save lives. Our programs really do help to deter behaviors, mitigate risk, and prevent serious violence, and have saved really a large amount of lives. All these numbers that you see on the right-hand side, they're changing by the second. So they're actually quite outdated because our work really does have an impact on so many. Just to give you an idea, and we'll jump into this a little bit later in the presentation, we have about 20 what we call escalated incidents or emergency interventions that we conduct every 24 hours. So we're potentially saving about 20 lives every day through the different platforms that we provide. The key problems that we address are violence on campus and suicide. And as you can see from the slide, and of course, these numbers are also changing all the time, the statistics and data surrounding violence at schools and suicide rates continue to increase. So the work that we provide is critically important. In addition to violence on campus and suicide rates, you can see there's many other things that students can share concerns with or report through our anonymous reporting system. And just to give you an idea, the top concerns in your state that we see coming through our platform are bullying, absolutely the number one thing that comes through, and that's by a large margin. And then after that are things like harassment, inappropriate behavior, threat of violence, and threat of self-harm. So it's critical that we share this platform with as many students and school community members as possible so we can get the help out to them that they might need. As you can see here on the screen, about 85% of student incidents are witnessed by their peers, and 70% of people who die by suicide give advanced warning signs. However, only about 20 to 30% of students are reporting incidents to adults. Often they are worried about being labeled as a snitch, or they just think somebody else is gonna report it, and somebody else will say something, or they just don't know who to tell. So through our system, we are truly giving the students a safe place to share concerns in a way that they're most comfortable. And we're just going to take you through what our anonymous reporting system looks like. There are 3 different ways. You can see the picture of the app there on the right-hand side of the screen, but there are 3 ways that students can report, and that's through mobile, web, and phone. And they can report 24/7. In addition to going in and reporting a tip, and we'll get into more detail what that looks like, those tips then are routed to the appropriate person in the school. So depending on the category of tip that they submit, it may be routed to different people within the district. We do have what we call our emergency monitoring through our crisis center. And even though those tips are going directly to the school district, if something is an imminent threat of self-harm or a threat of harm to others, we do have a team that looks at everything that comes through, typically within 20 seconds. So if that person needs help, we are able to jump into action and get help to them. In addition, we have the crisis text line now on all of our apps. So if somebody is struggling, they at any time, day or night, including weekends, holidays, and summer break, are able to click on that button and be immediately connected with a counselor. Once a student does submit a tip through that submit a tip button, you will see that they are then allowed to engage anonymously with somebody from their school until they provide enough information to help everybody involved. So let me go through in more detail what that looks like. We, as I mentioned, do have crisis text line on all of our apps now. And honestly, that is the busiest button that gets the most traffic that come through all of our apps across the board. And it is really a life-saving feature of the app. So like I just said a few seconds ago, they can, anybody in your school community, and this is not just for students, but this is for parents as well as anybody that works at the school. So if you're struggling with any kind of painful emotion, we urge you to press on crisis text line to be immediately connected with a counselor. These conversations, these text conversations, typically last anywhere between 15 to 45 minutes. And really the idea is that you're able to share your thoughts and feelings in a comfortable space for you until you find yourself in a little bit more of a safe and calm space. So we want to be able to, again, provide support in as close to real time as possible, so these things don't escalate to something more serious. All right, so let's jump into the other feature of the app that is our anonymous reporting channel, and that is the submit a tip button. So as I mentioned previously, when anybody from the school community clicks on that submit a tip button, they are able to select a category. So on this screen, you can see it is bullying or cyberbullying. And then based on that category, it is routed to the appropriate person in the school district. Once they click to the next screen, they are asked questions about the tip that they're reporting. So as you can see, what would you like to report? Who is in need of help? When did or will this incident take place? And then they are able to click on attachments and attach a photo or video should they choose to do so. They will always get this message reminding them that submitting a false or misleading information is subject to discipline or criminal prosecution. And because of that message, we typically have a very low incident of false tips that come through. They will always also get an outgoing message from the school directly that lets them know when the tips are being monitored. That way, if it is an emergency situation, they are urged to call 911 because there may be hours, after school hours, where school personnel is not monitoring the app. And this is what it looks like when a school admin, just for your information, so you know when you or your children are submitting tips, what's happening on the other end. The person that it's routed to in the school will get a notification, and then they are able to see all the answers to the questions that the student or anybody in the school community answered. And then you will be able to see here from the student's end that the person from the school has responded. In this case, it says, thank you for reporting the incident, and it asks for additional information. So they are now engaged in an anonymous text conversation directly with a trusted adult from the school. And as you can see here, they can text back and forth, and that's what it looks like if they're doing it from this is from the educator's point of view, from their desktop. The really critical piece, I think, and I mentioned before, but it's really important to get into a little more detail, is we do have this incident response center. Again, they see everything typically within 20 seconds, and we are able to then put our emergency process into place. So we will contact somebody, the emergency contact that the school district has provided to us. So if it's your child who has submitted a tip and it is an imminent threat of self-harm or threat of harm to others, we will contact immediately the school. They have typically 3 emergency contact people who are designated as emergency contacts. If we cannot get through to the school, we will then go directly to first responders. We are legally able to obtain the IP address and location of the device so that we can get help to that person very quickly. So this is a really important piece of what we do is, yes, of course, the school is the one interacting with your child when a tip comes through, but if it is an imminent threat, we do have people to jump into action to be able to support and help anybody who may need it. The school also, for your information, does have real-time data that they are able to see anytime they want to view it. So they are able to see what types of resources and incidents are coming through the system, what kind of traffic is coming through crisis text line as far as the number of people using that feature. And again, the inquiry type so that schools are able to make informed decisions about what types of supports to put in place or how they can best support their kids. So it's really important that it's not just a reporting tool, but that schools are learning from it every day to help best support their students. And then I know that the app is not live today, but for the people who are going to be watching this on the YouTube channel next week, this is the QR code to be able to download the app. So based on whether you have Google Play or Apple App Store, you simply need to scan the QR code. You will select the name of the school. So if it's your student that is downloading, or if it's you, just select the name of the school, search for it, and select it, and then you will be prompted to accept terms and conditions. So it is a very simple and straightforward process. You will also want to make sure when you are prompted to allow notifications that's actually the selection that you make to allow, because that is how, if you're submitting a tip, that you're going to get the notification to continue the anonymous chat back and forth with the school. So you do definitely want to make sure that you select that option when you're prompted to do so. But simply click on, or excuse me, scan the QR code, allow the notifications, so search and select for your school, and then accept the terms and conditions. And that's really the end of our formal presentation, but we would certainly love to answer any questions that you may have. And again, have the STOPit team join in and make sure we're addressing any of your concerns that you might have today.
Excellent. Thank you so much for that. Currently, it looks like we don't have any questions at this point from those who are watching in the live stream, but we do want to remind any viewers who are participating after the live stream ends, please do utilize that email address in the description, communications@rrps.net, for any questions you have, and we will be sure to get you the answers to your questions as soon as possible. With that, again, thank you to the STOPit Solutions team for their time today, for the effort that they've put into putting this presentation together and presenting this very valuable information to us. Is there anything else that any of you would like to say before we conclude here?
Does anything, Mariana, anybody, Annie, have anything to add?
Nope, I think we're good. We're excited to be working with the Rio Rancho team. Thank you so much for welcoming us and working so diligently to roll out the program with our team. And we look forward to being in New Mexico, Nisha and I, in just a couple of weeks. So thank you for your time, everybody.
Excellent. Thanks again. And with that, we'll just mirror that. We're very excited to roll this new system out, and we look forward to providing these excellent solutions to our students and our community going forward. So thank you, everybody. We'll see you next time.